Well, hello, friends and neighbors. John, your whiskey neighbor here, and welcome to the Whiskey Nook. Today, I guess we're going to talk Scotch again. I want to talk to you about a couple of expressions from Bruichladdich on Islay in Scotland. So when we come back, we'll take a look at these two bottles. I've got an organic Barley 2009 and Bere Barley 2008. So we'll talk about Bruichladdich when we get back. 3, 4. Thanks for staying with me through the break. So obviously these aren't full bottles. These are part of a taster pack, which I think the one that labeled Islay Barley 2010, I already did a review kind of mid-year because my wife had given it to me as a gift, and sure enough, more bottles did follow. So, one of the things that I really appreciate about Bruichladdich on Islay is their clarity and their transparency with everything that they do. Sometimes when I'm here talking Scotch or whiskey with you guys, I'm like, well, we think this, well, maybe this. Not with Bruichladdich. When you got a Bruichladdich, you can go to their website and you can put in the information, and they will tell you quite a bit about process, right from where they grew the barley to how they treated it, how they aged it, and how it ended up in the bottle that you're trying. Just fantastic. Can't say enough about how much I love that as a bit of a whiskey geek and someone who really wants to know that information. So let's take a look at these two. They were part of a three pack series. As I said, I did review the Islay 2010 and really liked that bottle. So this is, let's start with the organic barley, 2009. I'll put the details at some point while I'm talking down here because I might forget them. But the point of this one, of course, is that it's completely organic. Comes from one farm. I believe it says on here. Oh, it doesn't. Maybe Midcool by Inverness. So it's on the mainland in Scotland, kind of northern. But it's certified organic. And I know it's cool. The story with that farm is because they're organic, they do rotation. So they really only grow this barley every 7 years or something like that. So that's pretty cool. It is a little younger. It's only aged for 8 years. And the casking that they say was a combination of ex-bourbon and ex-Tennessee whiskey. Now, they don't say how much first fill and second fill, which would be kind of cool to know. With, I think, all Bruichladdich, it is natural color and unchill filtered and released at 50%, which is fairly bold. So what do we get from organic barley Scotch? Unpeated, but from Islay. Bright lemon, citrus, almost a little bit of spice must. There's something, must sounds negative. I just mean husky, something like that. Yeah, so it started quite bright and strong lemon, and now it's adding a little bit of cereal kind of grain note to it. Pretty cool. See how it tastes? It'd be awesome if you had this exact thing, but if not, anything from Bruichladdich. If not that, probably any unpeated Scotch. Pour, and we'll sip along. Sláinte. At first, I get that bright fruit, but then it really hits me with grain, a bit of spice, a little bit of toffee, and a little sip. This one bites a little bit. It pinches my mouth. It's got a decent core barley malt. I mean, this is part of a barley series. They're really highlighting that, I think. But you're really only getting a light toffee and caramel, not a heavy influence from the cask for me. I mean, I'm getting that influence from the cask, but it's not overwhelming. It feels very spirit driven. This one's a little bitey, a little spicy. Early finish, is a little bit tannic, a little bit bitter, a little bit contract again in my mouth. Then it dries up, and then it almost loosens up a little bit. As I'm talking here, I fall into some high sweetness that I think is there, but I wasn't getting it earlier, so more like honey. Yeah. Okay, so that is organic barley. I will say it's a little bold, very spirit driven. Like the nose a little more than the palate. Now let's take a look at Bere Barley 2008. Now this one, when I was looking into the details, it was a little bit of a conflict between what's on the bottle and what's on the website. On the bottle it says aged 10 years. On the website it says that it's been aged 9 years. So let's go with 9 years. But I thought was interesting is this Bere barley is a very old strain of cultivated barley. Very hardy, can work in kind of rocky northern areas. And what was interesting, since this isn't labeled Islay barley, I thought it was interesting that this, anyways, 2008, is 100% from an Islay farm. So this barley is all on Islay, not mainland Scotland. Not organic though, or not certified organic. And it's been aged a little longer. According to the website, 9 years, but it says the same kind of thing, ex-bourbon and ex-Tennessee. So I think what we're trying to get here is the comparison to a different grain, like a different cereal. All right, let's try Bere Barley 2008. Nose is much sweeter. I'm going to kind of do it in contrast. This is a little floral, definitely honey. This is a much stronger citrus. I got a little bit of an almost soapy note there, which is interesting. Sweeter, light fruit, light pear already, or a white grape. Okay, see how it tastes. Slaja. This is right away creamier for me. Some of that honey and floral note turns into a creamy bready note almost. Definitely creamier, back way off on the spice. Maybe I shouldn't say way off, but back off on the spice. I get a little bit of grab, I think, from the 50%, but this is a creamier, sweeter, more relaxed in the palate. Well, I said bready, it's not quite it. More, yeah, like cream of wheat type note. Okay, I like that one. Coming back to the organic barley, stronger nose, a little more toffee this time. And just quite a bit more bold in the palate. So instead of like a soft lemon or something like that, like you're getting lemon rind, there is, to me, in this sitting, a bitterness to this one. So this is really awesome. That really, these are probably treated very similar, 8 versus 9 years, same kind of casking, same distillery, same ABV, and quite a different experience. I know that on their website they talked about the Bere barley being very hard. It broke their equipment the first time they tried to mill it. Except, however they've treated it, if they really have treated it very similar, it is, for me, significantly creamier and less astringent. Like, this is delightful. I really like it. So, you know, it's difficult. You can tell I've had a couple of drams, but only light pours like this. It's much better if I've worked through a bottle to give it a rating. But in this sitting, I like the Bere barley actually significantly more. And it could be the 1 year of extra aging. You know, that obviously is going to take some of that bite away. But I do like it more. And I just love the transparency of Bruichladdich. I love the 50% release. I should hit it with some water, although I actually hit both of them with water, and this one was fine, but this one it didn't move away from what's putting me off. So obviously you can tell in this sitting, I'm not liking the organic so much. Love the idea, love the farm that they rotate every 7. Like, it's so good that it's out there, and I would not regret having a bottle of it. It just is a little bit astringent or bitter for me, and so probably 3.5 stars. Whereas this is 3 3/4 for sure, and I really like it, and would like to spend a little evening getting to know it. Thanks for joining me. It's been a while. It's actually, I know it's just barely into 2021, and it's been a crazy year already, but I'm having a hard time finding time to spend a little bit of time with you guys. So I really appreciate when we can sit down. If you've had this taster pack, because I know it's quite popular, I've seen it on shelves a lot. So let me know what you thought. I should have had the third one. I actually ended up finding a single of it. Maybe I'll open it and comment on it earlier. From memory, that Isle of Barley, but now it's treated with, like, it's got 25% or something like that, some French ex-wine cask, and it is way, not sweeter, but that casking changes the experience. And in my mind, I like that more. That's over 4 stars. That was a really good bottle. I'd like to maybe hunt down a full bottle. I think I was in my wrap up. Sorry. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for making it back down here with me. And I really hope you guys are having a good weekend, and that the coming week is even better than the last week. I think we all need it. Cheers.